Well,
That's
say
okay.
Yep.
well,
Yeah,
it
say we
say we
live.
on.
Yo, what's up,
I say that.
everybody?
It say we
Welcome back.
live. It ain't showing nothing yet.
Welcome back. Welcome back. It's you know what I'm saying, the Cut the Malarkey Radio crew. We got a new special edition. We calling it Cut the Malarkey Sports. So we kicking it with the usual crew and the new member, Mike Benson, coming through. We gonna talk some sports for a little bit. Cause you know, Thursday night we got games. We got some real live shit going on. So, bruh.
We can cuss.
I mean, it's alive, bro. This is
We can
sports
cuss.
talk. This is sports talk, my boy.
I've been waiting to say this. Shit.
This is sports talk on YouTube, bro. We can talk about whatever we want to. Man, like, so some of the hottest stuff that's going on right now, like one of the hottest takes, like in NBA, is this Draymond Green situation. So I'm like, bro, what do y'all think about this? Like in standing, like in terms of what it does to the Golden State Warriors, because right now Draymond has been out for about 4 games, give or take. That's LA, Brooklyn, Portland, and Boston.
Yeah.
So what do you think? Where do you think that puts Golden State while he serves this like mental?
Hey, I hate to say it though, but it seems like it helped them because it's bringing Kaminga on. Kaminga then took a whole nother role, and Kaminga then stepped into that role right there. He out there telling Steph and Clay what to do, so he could get his shot off. So I think all he did was open the door for another player. I really didn't feel like Draymond would make such a difference like he did last year.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Like when he was getting suspended then, or when he got suspended in the rest of the playoff game, he's not that big of a factor anymore.
I go with that. I agree with that. He's definitely on the decline of his career. But I will say this. I feel like they're definitely going to have to find a new identity with him being gone, because with him being gone, it's basically going to allow other teams, big men or their dogs, so to speak, to sharpen their teeth a little bit more when they come against Golden State. So it kind of leaves them in that predicament where, like, yeah, okay, we just took the bully out of the NBA league, but at the same time, it's like, all right, well, now who's going to protect them? Because they are fixing to get pushed around without Draymond.
Yeah, I agree with that for sure. Because I mean, every team wishes, if they don't already have one, to have a dog on the team. You know what I'm saying? Somebody that do the dirty work, somebody that's willing to get a little bit dirty. I think they do need to find a new identity, but do you go as far as to trade Draymond? Because there's trade talks stemming off of all of this whole, like, this situation.
All right, I'm going to be the one to say it. I said, if at the beginning of the season, they was flirting with it. Mm-hmm. They was kind of flirting with it. I said, I would love to see a veteran presence like that with the Grizzlies. I always said that. We get that veteran presence, we get the dog, but we end up getting Marcus Smart. I said that to say this. I'm happy we didn't trade for him. I don't think nobody want that man. Ain't nobody gonna want Draymond to come do what?
I ain't gonna say that now.
But look, I'll say this. Intellect-wise, yeah. Intellect-wise, but who wants to get a guy? How old is Draymond? 34? 35?
What does age got to do with
Draymond? Don't nobody want no violent Asian basketball player
violent
on your team.
Bruh.
You violent and you Asian, my guy.
But you see how these dudes playing in the league these
33.
days?
Nah, he's 33.
He's 33. Yeah, 33. The 33 is the new 28 in the NBA years. So
you see how these dudes playing these days? These dudes are soft, hella soft. And basically Draymond is the last one of his breed to actually get in there and ready to fight.
Yeah, I give you that.
Man, be ready to fight. He pick on people. Like Kenyon Martin said.
You know why? Because I'm just fixing to say, you know, there's one person he is not messed with in the league. Steven Adams.
He used to kick Steven Adams in the nuts all the time, bro.
But he did kick him in the nuts. But he wasn't trying to go, you know what I'm saying, toe to toe and start no fisticuffs with Steven Adams. Because everybody in the league knows Steven Adams is a strong dude. I'm gonna tell you somebody else he ain't starting no shit with. Nene. That's a big.
Yeah, he was a big dude.
Ooh. Hey, pause, but you know what I mean? Like that dude. Hey, look, because back when I was a trainer, Nene was on the team. He was on the Rockets. And so this is when I was still going to the games because some of my clients would give me front row seats. You know, I'd be on the court. And I remember the first time I seen Nene, I'm 6'5", you know what I'm saying? I'm no little person. And I seen Nene and I'm just looking up. I'm like, God damn, I'd have to shoot you, bro. Like straight up, ain't no fight. You know what I mean? Like I'm gonna have to pull a gun and shoot this man if there's some shit that happens. But that's how big that dude was, bro. Like, and those are two people I can think off the top of my head that Draymond will not press because he's a bully. You know what I'm saying? Bullies are gonna target people they think they can target. That easy target.
Mm-hmm.
You know, he's not gonna play that crap with somebody he knows is fixing to give him some hands.
Yeah.
You know.
Thanks.
But at the same time, we'll say this. I do feel like there are teams that will still look at him. They will definitely tell him he's gonna have to take a pay cut. He's gonna have to play some image, you know, some basically he's gonna have to eat some shit for a little bit to let his image like catch up. But I still think that teams will bring him on just if in the fact that they may not have that character about their team or they're trying to, you know, get some dog, you know, attitude on their team. They'll bring him on just for a little bit. They'll bring because Golden State knows, you know, this might be the end of his road for him. He wanted to play with LeBron, but the Lakers may not take him. LeBron may not have enough to save him on this one. So, you know, I could see a team picking him up, but he will be very limited in his role.
Yeah. I would think 1 year, 2 year contract, something like that. Yeah, man. It's short term for sure.
Who are you talking about?
Draymond Green.
My bad. What, getting signed by somebody else?
Yeah.
Oh, damn. We just cut off.
I got booted for some reason. I'm gonna blame D. Terrell.
I don't know why. What you blame me for, man?
What I was gonna say before he kicked me out. You know what I'm saying? Ain't nobody but Draymond yet.
Your phone just tried.
It took one of them young bucks did get in there who it was, but he didn't do. He raised his hands up and was like, "Okay, it's all good, brother. It's all." No.
My bad, y'all. The pens got messed up.
Bro. I did that to him yet.
He's still talking.
Who?
Oh, say your name. Mom. Okay, now you're not lagging no more.
Fuck both of y'all. How about that?
I don't know how he got over there. I have no idea how he got over there, but yeah.
You're the one who lagging.
That's weird.
Did y'all hear me say Draymond need to get punched in his shit?
Oh yeah.
That was the main point of everything.
But that's the question is who does it? Steven Adams. You know what I'm saying?
No, Steven Adams ain't that type of guy.
He's too calm and collected.
Cause you want to know something? He ain't never tried Big Joke Dog. The Joke Dog got some hitters. You know what I'm saying?
I think he more show than anything. There we go. We back. There we go, everybody. I'm sorry about that.
You talking about Jokic?
No,
Joker show, bro.
Yeah,
Joker all mouth, dog.
Let's see.
Especially the way that he took that cheap shot against was that Markeith or Marcus Morris? Like a year or two ago.
Dude, so glad you brought that up. Because I get into so many arguments about this shit. And I'm like, hell nah. Joker was wrong for doing that.
Yeah,
period.
for sure.
Like, he literally ran up to the man, and hit him from behind.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Pause. But that's what he did. He pulled a gay act on the court. You know what I'm saying? He ran up, raised his man's back to be turned, and hit him. You know what I mean? He didn't do that with, what's his name in his face. Nah. And he acted like, oh boy, just like gave him such a hard shove that it threw him off his track. Man, please, you go back and rewind that. He didn't even feel that shove with his big sloppy ass. Man, I get tired.
But you want to know something? I actually forgot about that. That was so forgettable because I was like,
man, them twin dudes is crazy, man.
The more
you know what it is. You know what it is his brothers. His brothers hyped him up because his brothers talked all that, shit like, we're from Ukraine or Serbia or whatever.
We big man. We big man. You little man.
Yeah.
You little black man.
That's cool, bro. But you gotta step outside that Miami arena, and it ain't no Serbians or Ukrainians or whoever else you think you got fixing to come out that arena, but black folks. And guess who they gonna be looking for? You know what I mean? Like.
Big black white man who speak broken English and beat up people. But you know what? I agree with you there. I actually forgot he did that. It was a cheap shot. I do remember that. 100%. I do remember that.
The league had to step in and tell him and his brothers they need to calm down because
they got banned for the rest of that playoff series, I believe, didn't they?
Yeah, they did because their safety was not going to be guaranteed. Yeah, because they already knew who they was attracting to come handle that. You know what I mean?
You know what this sounds like?
Okay, you want to talk some hot shit?
You know what this sound like, y'all? This sound like some WWE. They're banned from ringside.
Hey, they talked way too much hot shit. You know what I'm saying? It's like, look, you talk that much hot shit and you opening yourself up like that, like a target like that. Yeah, well, somebody gonna answer that call.
Hey, thanks.
Somebody go pick up that call.
Mm-hmm.
So I hear you saying that about Joker, but what was stopping people from doing Draymond like that? You're talking about a 6'8", 6'9" guy, probably 240 at his heaviest out there playing.
They know
240.
Because they do know Draymond go throw some hands. It's gonna have to take a certain type of dude to throw.
He ain't try with Boogie. I know for a fact he ain't try with
Boogie. Udonis Haslam.
He would throw hands.
The man
with
40
Draymond.
years old trying to fight. He'll throw hands with him right now.
He would throw hands with Draymond.
Yeah,
man.
Haslam wasn't
what's my boy? That I can't. Kevin got the head.
Kevin Garnett?
No.
Porter?
He wouldn't fight Draymond.
Kevin Porter Jr.?
No. The dude that he used to play for the Nuggets, he ended up Kenyon Martin.
Kenyon Martin.
Yeah.
He the one I was just talking about. He the one I was talking about who said he reminds him of what Charles Barkley's era used to do. But the only thing is somebody punched Charles in his face. Shaq. Punched him in his face. They was at the jacking. Ain't nobody. They scared to jack now. They just grab each other and throw each other around. He went and put a 7-foot Frenchman in a headlock. He put a 7-foot Frenchman in a headlock, and they did nothing. If I was 6 feet and I weighed close to 300, I'm finna.
Yeah, yo, boy, you having internet issues, my boy. Like real life. But yeah,
but I just said that though. I literally just said that these dudes these days is soft as hell.
Oh yeah, they are.
They softer than baby shit. And everybody that's a LeBron fan, and let me say this before I get started on my little rant.
Hold up, bro.
I don't like that you put soft and LeBron in the same city. You know I don't think you could do that.
That's with LeBron outside of basketball for what, you know what I'm saying, who he is.
Oh my God.
But on the court, I don't fuck with LeBron because you soft, my nigga. You
come on.
Soft.
Wait a minute. No, LeBron gives back the same energy that the teams that he plays against do to him. So when they start flopping on the court, he gonna be the king of the flop. He gonna be the king of the flops. You know what I'm saying? Because if he moves into a passing lane and the dude that's coming up on him does that crap while he's going up,
and get a call.
And they gonna give the call on LeBron. Oh, he's 6'8", he's a beast. Okay, well, shit. LeBron gonna go back down the court, and he gonna look for that person or somebody closest to him, and he gonna flop right back because that's unfortunately become the name of this game. You're right. These dudes play soft because everybody wants to be that outside shooter. Everybody wants to take that 3-point shot. They want to be the dagger constantly, right? Yep. Nobody plays big man. This was my main argument with Dillon Brooks, okay? And I'm gonna get on his ass, but he been doing better. He still ain't doing.
Get on his ass.
Get on him. He been doing better. All right. But when Dillon Brooks decides to play big man ball, you can see because he takes over a game. All of a sudden, the Rockets are scoring. We're getting rebounds. But when he decides to go back to that wing shit and act like he's point guard shit, it's like it's basically a roll of the dice, a 6-sided dice at that, of whether he's going to hit that 3-point shot. But he's not the only one.
Yeah, facts. It's a lot of people in the league that do that. They fall into those roles, and then you be like, man, if you use what you already have to your advantage, like Dillon Brooks is not a small dude. He is not a light dude. That's a heavy dude. And him downhill, I would rather see that more often than not. More often than him shooting a 3. Because it's like, bro, what usually comes from Dillon Brooks driving the ball is that's weird. He's either going to get a layup, you know what I'm saying? He's going to go all the way to the paint because you getting in front of him, that's hard to stop.
It's hard to stop.
Hard to stop. He's a pretty good finisher for a wrong-legged finisher. He's a pretty good finisher. But he settles for shots far too often. And then when he starts settling into those shots, he ends up taking way more shots than he needs to take. Yeah. Like, he'll have a game, just looking at some of his stats, he'll have a game where he'll shoot the ball 20 times, right? So
that's 14 times too much.
You know what I'm saying? It gets a little bit too much. 20 times, you know what I'm saying?
And that's the thing, because I think I figured it out. Udoka has him playing a certain way. I don't like it. I do see when Eam sat him on the bench a few times. Mm-hmm. I think Udoka started recognizing his mistake in the way he's playing Brooks. But it's still, you're allowing Brooks to come set up the offense too much. You got Van Fleet, you got Jalen Green, you got I feel more comfortable with Eason when he's in the lineup.
Tari Eason, yeah.
At the top of the key. We don't need Brooks doing that. He's about 1 inch taller than me, right? Mm-hmm. But in the terms of basketball players, he's not a little dude. So he creates a mismatch when you put him on somebody that's a little bit taller but leaner. This person has to deal with his size. And the fact that he's so athletic, honest to God, if Udoka would play this man the way the Warriors used to play Steph Curry when it seemed like he was unstoppable, because he would basically go from the wing, get lost in traffic down the baseline, pop up on the other side. If they did this shit with Brooks, we would be unstoppable right now. The Rockets would literally be one of the top teams in the NBA. I can't say we'd be like number 1, but we would probably be in the top 10 for sure. Because he's such a mismatch, but they're not using him correctly. And his hustle at the beginning of the season, oh my God, that shit was terrible, dude. That shit was fucking horrible.
You said that shit was ass, son.
I rebounded by point guards.
Oh yeah. No.
Do you think it's because of his so I would say, do you think it's because his personality is out of this world? His ability to control the locker room is really unmatched in my eyes. He comes in, not everybody doing the Dillon Brooks dance. Everybody's listening to Dillon.
Well,
That's
the
influential. Yeah, that's the influence.
He knows how to be influential. That's the thing about it.
Yeah.
People look at him and they're like, oh, well, he's a role player. No, he's had one identity. That was with the Memphis Grizzlies. We only seen him in that role. Over here with the Rockets, he's being overpaid, first of all. We overpaid him. No, we did. We had to, though, because of the cap, because of the cap and all that shit. We had to overpay, or it was gonna be like we were gonna have to give money to other people already on the team. They didn't want to go that route, so they overpaid for Dillon Brooks. Now, Dillon Brooks got one identity. He's over here. He's got a chance to recreate himself. Tis true, this is his seventh season, right? But still, you've only shown us one side of your game. Now you're on a completely different team. You got a whole new chance at a brand new identity. We need to see more elements of his game, and the easiest one is rebound. Because in today's game, it's literally the easiest stat any one of those NBA players could get. Think about it. Everybody's shooting goddamn daggers. Everybody wants the three ball. So you're leaving the paint basically open. You got like maybe 2 dudes or 3 dudes in the paint.
Yeah.
Man, that ain't the way ball used to be played back then. That ain't the way.
Have y'all noticed?
Especially when it's wide open. It's wide open.
Backboard shot doesn't even exist no more.
Just go for it.
Who's hitting backboard? Nobody. Nothing but net, baby. Nothing but net. Yeah. I was gonna say I saw him on the trajectory of, and I'm not comparing them, but I saw Dillon Brooks on the trajectory of Kawhi Leonard when Kawhi first started with the Spurs. He didn't focus on offense. It was strictly defense and rebounding. When the offense came, they let it come naturally. But fuck around with Taylor Jenkins and the coaches we had, oh yeah, we need you to go out there and create 15 points, 16 points because you was a scorer in college. But when you get to the NBA, you need to adapt that whole nother role. It should have been strictly defense and let the offense come. Exactly. Right now, he should be one of the top two-way players in the league. Yes. Right now, that's where he should be.
You're right.
He should be a top two-way player in the league. But he want to go out there.
Well, the evidence in that is these past few games that they've had where he's been scoring over 18 points a game, 20-some points, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it's like, okay, he has the ability to score.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
But we don't necessarily need him to focus on that. We need him to focus on the defensive stats.
Yep.
Because his offense will come. The way Eam is rotating him off that wing, it's going to be there. Unfortunately, I hate it, but it's going to be there. But don't force it, and he forces the shit. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
But he's been getting better.
He's getting a lot better. Like the last game they played Atlanta, so 30 minutes, he gets 19 points. He's 7 for 9. That's pretty good. You know what I'm saying?
Pretty good.
That's pretty good. But then you'll have a game where he's shooting the ball 12 times. He only makes 6. Shoots the ball 12 times. He only makes 7. Nights where he goes 1 for 12, like against San Antonio. So,
and let's not talk about the 3-point percentages sometimes.
I mean, but what do you expect when Dillon Brooks shoots with one finger? Like if you zoom in, he shoots it with one finger, and I'm like, the fact that he makes that in some games consistently, he'll go on a hot streak, and you like, bro, there's no way. Like just zoom in, he's shooting it with one finger.
Yeah. No, you're right. I don't understand it either. I don't understand
those. He shoots it with one finger.
Like he ain't a shooter. Like I'm not gonna say Steph because that's the pinnacle, but he's not a shooter like Desmond.
No pinnacle.
Where in the last game where Ja had came back, Desmond missed like 7 threes in a row, 7 or 8 threes in a row, and he still had the green light because that's what he does. He shoots threes. The only way a shooter can get out of shooting slump is shoot. But somebody like Dillon, who got a horrible, like, I ain't gonna say horrible, he's a very streaky shooter. Once you miss 2 threes, stop taking them. Stop taking them. Go to the midi.
So Dez was 8 for 19 that game.
All of them. If you missing shit, stop shooting shit. Pass the ball.
Yeah, stop shooting the 3. Rebound.
Yeah, rely on what you got. Shit. Use your size. Drive. Get to the free throw line.
Shit, knowing you having an off game and talking about, oh, I'm a shooter. No, you're not.
Exactly.
No, you're not.
Exactly.
Because Steph and Desmond did it, really. That game where Steph didn't make a 3, he kept shooting them up. That's what I'm saying. They're going to keep shooting. And that's what shooters do.
And you lost. So if you miss the first 5, stop shooting.
Yep.
Stop shooting. Go lay the ball up. Oh, there's some big dudes in there. I don't want to go in there and get fouled.
No, you got to put your head down.
take the foul, and that's what Brooks is good. Brooks can draw fouls.
Oh,
he
yeah.
can draw fouls when he's in the paint.
100%.
But he's got to go in the paint.
He got to go
Hey,
in the paint.
hey, Mike, if you ain't noticed yet, you will know if he have a good game by his hair. When the motherfucker hair is braided and it like it's freshly done, he gonna have a good game. When that shit be loose, like he brushed the top of that shit, bad game.
Bad
Didn't they have like the Rocky symbol braided in his hair?
Yeah, he got the Rockets
Yeah,
logo.
yeah,
The what was it, Gerald Green? The Gerald Green.
Yeah, Gerald Green.
Yeah. Hey.
Did it.
Yeah. For sure. He killed it with it, bro.
Hey, so Mike, I wanted to ask you. So
what you say?
I'll go ahead.
What dude say? Immediately no.
Shut up.
Oh my God. So Mike, I was saying, so I'm guilty of this, right? I talked to D. Terrell about it. I haven't got a chance to talk to Pop about it. I want to hear what you think about this. The whole time Ja was out, right? The main thing that analysts were saying, and I was saying, was, oh, when he come back, he's not gonna change nothing. We still got this wrong, that wrong, this wrong. We can't do this and we can't do that.
You said that?
Bro, I swear to God, because we like,
no, dog.
I'm guilty.
No.
And I was like, bro, but when he came back, I looked like a fucking fool with egg on my face. That man has changed the entire, I'm talking about the entire way that the Grizzlies have looked. It showed our weaknesses, though, that we didn't have no real, true, pure point like that.
Yeah.
You know,
that was
what I mean?
You could tell that 100%.
Let me tell you what Ja Morant is, man. If this dude ever decides to get a more consistent shot, deep shot, like a Steph, Ja Morant will be the next person that y'all compare to Jordan. That boy is electric and insane and can change the game in the drop of a wink. You hear me? Like this dude, the dude is electrifying. Like I've been watching him since he came in. I mean, he just anytime you would think Memphis is fixing to be out here, this boy go on a scoring run and he just driving. He don't care. He's getting assists. This dude, I mean, his hustle is like unmatched to me. Like the dude is just a spark of pure energy. Nah, I would have never bet against that guy.
I just, you know what, because I guess it's been over 250 days since we seen him play.
No, and you know what it is? You know what it is? A lot of people are like, well, you know, he must be out in the streets. He doing this, that, and the other. And so
that man in the lab.
I get it. I get when he said, you know, he kept the receipts, and now all the sports analysts are like, well, you were the one that went out there with the gun, blah, 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 blah. First of all, look, the incident in the mall with the kid, all right, I didn't like that incident because first of all, where was his entourage then to get that kid away from him? You know what I'm saying? Like people go at you, and the problem that I get a little tired of is when we don't fully research a story. You know, if people like really looked into that story, they would have understood that kid actually started that shit. You know what I'm saying? Now, he's a kid, but at what point does a human being forget the fact that they're famous? Okay, everybody's like, oh, well, he's a role model. Like Charles Barkley said back in the day, I am not your role model, right? Just because you see him as a famous athlete, they got all these sports and deals. We are looking at their talent, what they do on that field. We don't care about the shit they do off the field, but then all of a sudden, especially when it comes to black dudes, we got to use off the field antics to judge people. So he got caught flashing a gun on IG. He wasn't on the stadium. He wasn't on facility property. Facts. He wasn't anywhere near there. But they still got him for that. Now, why is it they got him for that? But white boys all the time in the professional leagues, whether it be NBA, NFL, they're showing off their rifles and shit.
You want to know what it's called?
Do I have to say it?
It was a control setting.
Do I have to say it?
But look, this is my thing.
In your cars,
you're in Tennessee, which is much like Texas, where it is 100% legal to own a firearm. You don't even have to have it registered. You don't have to have a gun license. Like, you could just have, go buy a firearm. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
He did not break any laws.
And get it.
But
as long as you're 18.
Yeah, so when you look at other athletes in the same sport, this Josh Giddey situation, What's being done about that? Josh Giddey's still playing. No suspension. Only thing they got suspended was his Instagram and his Twitter.
Oh, all about it.
Have you heard about it?
Family, so the girl refuses to cooperate with the police now.
Because you want to know what the story is? No, here's the story, though. I'm sorry, I tried to cut you off, Mike.
No, go ahead.
Here's the story. It's really the girl, right? He's from Australia. He meets the girl. The girl says she's over the age. The parents knew that she lied. Yeah, the parents knew that she lied. So they like, we're not finna get. Are they really saving him or are they saving her face? You know what I'm saying? We don't know. But Josh ain't finna get in trouble with that because the parents ain't gonna say nothing. So they dropping it. Their story dead.
From what I understand, she wasn't the one that said anything in the first place. It was the brother.
Insert this penis into somebody that's 19, 20. I'm a pedophile. Ma'am, she grown. But if this woman if this young lady that's 16, 17, she looked like she about 25, 26. You know what I'm saying? I say something to her, I'm a pedophile because, you know what I'm saying, I'm not rich and I'm not famous or whatever. But what's his name? Josh Giddey? Whatever.
Josh Giddey.
Whatever the fuck. Mr. Grits. He can goddamn go fuck this little girl in Oklahoma and don't nobody say shit.
Well, no.
Hold on, wait. But didn't Kobe do this shit like 20 years ago? And then motherfuckers started suspending him for this?
This is where everybody got the story messed up. So because I've been following this shit since it broke on the TikTok videos. See, she wasn't the one that initially said it. It was another girl within her circle that broke this story, right? It was another girl within her circle that broke this story. And the girl that broke the story, she said she even had text messages from Josh Giddey, but she had erased them. And so did this other girl. They had all erased them because it was some pretty sick shit. He knew that these girls were underage. He did not meet this girl at the club that you see the video in. They were already known each other at that point. She even says, my boyfriend. Nobody is in a club meeting somebody and says, oh yeah, this is my boyfriend. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So they had already met each other. That club that they were at was in California, not Oklahoma. Everybody thinks this shit happened in Oklahoma. No, it happened in California where the consent age is 18. There is no deviation on that. Because even I myself, when the story broke, thought this shit happened in Oklahoma. I was having arguments with people because the consent age in Oklahoma is 16, but there is a Romeo and Juliet law. But in California, oh no, it's 18. It's strictly
I seen it.
And the problem is that the initial girl that broke the story, she erased the evidence. This girl doesn't have the evidence, and now the family is not cooperating with the police because it did become a police investigation.
I saw that.
Yeah, but they're not cooperating. Well, we all know why. Because they got paid the fuck off. It's simple. they got paid off. Yep. It was that simple. Look, Josh Giddey was still playing even after the allegations broke. Okay?
Yep.
Now let's compare that to Kevin Porter Jr. His allegations broke. All of a sudden, suspended immediately.
Traded and released. Dropped, okay? Traded and released.
Then well, no. But when the story even dropped of the allegations, automatically suspended. Then when it started coming out, oh, well, they're getting medical reports. But then his own girlfriend came out at the same time stating,
I seen it.
Hands on me. He never touched me. It's been blown out of proportion. I don't have any actual medical records of anything of my vertebrae or my neck being out of alignment. And guess what? The medical records that actually were official and produced to the media after their bullshit lies shown that she in fact had no injuries. So they couldn't get him on that charge. So now they're trying to double back and get him on some more bullshit. Meanwhile,
because they messed up.
He's out the NBA. But old Josh Giddey got these allegations going on. He's still playing.
Because you want to know something? They might hit him with the take this $100,000, mate. Take the $100,000, mate.
That
man down to the down under.
That man hit that girl with that Australian stroke, and it was over with. He probably
hit his mama with. You got to be stopped. You got to be stopped.
Probably hit
now.
the mama with the Australian stroke too.
Nah, he hit the mama and the daddy with that money stroke. That's what he hit him with.
Yeah.
Shit.
Because
Yeah.
he big as a mug in Australia. I didn't know he was that big over there.
Well,
That man big as hell.
He played FIBA ball too, so he's big in Europe.
Yeah.
And you know what they do in Europe, right?
European.
Their age laws over there, they're very lax on age laws in Europe. Let's just say that.
Where is that? Where it's like you could drink at 14? What country is that? You could drink like
a lot of them. Shit, if you could see over the bar in Mexico, you could drink. That means I would have been drinking at like 10.
Shit, on God. On my mama.
Mom, I don't even want the tours no more. I just want Don Julio 1968.
Give me a beer.
Not in Mexico. It's not gonna be Don Julio. It's gonna be 100% agave, man.
It's gonna be
give me 2 tequila shots.
You got T.O. in the back. You got T.O. in the back stepping on the agave fruit.
This man
making that shit himself.
This man here.
So I've been making it for a long time, I say.
Look, so the NBA's in-season tournament, was it a success?
Yes.
Or was it a flop?
It was a success.
Did it make you interested in the NBA at this point of the season? Rather than saying, none of this matters until we get to the playoffs.
None of this shit matters.
Ask the NBA if their viewership ratings were up this time this year compared to this time last year, and I guarantee you they'll be like, yes.
And from a fan point of view, though, I actually got interested. Like, we got knocked early. The Grizzlies got knocked early, way early. But I didn't know they were gonna go to the extent of like giving them like a banner and stuff. But to see them actually go hard, like they was in the playoffs, like they was going hard, and to win that. What they get 500 bands? They got 500 bands for that. The winner, bro. Like you can see
coaches
that they
got
wanted
paid,
that.
players got paid. They got a banner.
Wait, what the hell is 500,000 to a whole team?
Well, some of these guys that on rookie deals, they were making like 200,000 for the year, 300,000 for the year.
Each player gets.
Each player got the popular. Everybody got the 5.
Yeah, everybody.
Some of them guys they with that win solidified a $1 million year when they were making 300.
Did the Lakers won that, right?
Yeah.
Yep. They beat who? The
Pacers, I believe.
They beat the Pelicans.
Pacers.
Why?
Because that's the game Zion. They say he look out of shape and shit.
It was Pacers.
Why?
It was against the Pacers.
Why? See, this is what I be talking about.
Yeah.
They make LeBron look like it's LeBron. Shut up.
Bro, do you have anything good to say about Bron?
Nothing good to say about LeBron at all.
Nothing good to say about Bron.
That's the main reason why nobody likes this in-season tournament, because LeBron ended up winning. If any team besides the Lakers would have won it, everybody would be cool with the in-season tournament, because everybody be like, hey, we seen some great playoff basketball before playoff basketball happened. Because LeBron won the first one, now it don't matter.
But you want to know something? Bro, I'll say this. Do you not realize that we seeing greatness right now, bro? We seeing some shit. No, listen. We seeing some shit that's never going to be done again, we don't think. You got a man who's almost 39 years old. He's 38. Out there still putting up 28, between 26 and 28, 8 and 6. Still doing that. Udonis Haslem was 40 years old and never played. Ty Gibson is what? 36, 38. He played 13 minutes and was about to pass the fuck out last night.
He did come back. I mean? He did get signed. He got signed by, who did he get signed by? New York?
I think so. I'm not sure. But I just know that, bro, we witnessing something that'll never happen again. Yep. You know what I'm saying? Just appreciate it. Like, you might not like him, but you gotta appreciate it.
No, I don't have to appreciate it. I don't like Kobe.
What?
I don't like Kobe.
Who liked Kobe?
When Kobe played, people hated Kobe because you knew what Kobe was finna do. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
Kobe was about to embarrass your team. Like there was nothing that you could do to stop Kobe.
6 seasons.
There was.
I didn't like that.
He was a trailer.
I didn't like that mumble mentality having ass nigga. Only because
I'm with you on that one.
Only because when you first got in, you was killing my boy AI, and then my boy Melo came in, and you was fucking him up left and right. Long live Kobe, but my nigga, no.
Bro, you want to know something about Kobe? One thing about Kobe that
he better than LeBron.
He'll come in.
Hell nah.
And bro, so like back in the day, didn't nobody sit. They started doing the load management now, where like the stars will sit if it's like a lower tier team. The Grizzlies back then wasn't that good. He'll still come to the pyramid and bust our motherfucking head like we got a superstar on the team.
He was one of the only ones, honestly, because a lot of people.
He was an asshole like that.
Yeah, a lot of people that came to Memphis, they would sit. A lot of them.
This rookie right here, I'm guarding you all night. I'm guarding you all motherfucking night.
This is the main problem with me and Kobe. All right. Because I was the biggest Kobe fan when he was coming out of high school. I was the biggest. I got his rookie card still. Okay, I'm sick. I'm worth some shit. But I got his rookie card. Okay, I got a few of them because I was a fan. But when he changed my first problem was when he changed his number from 24. From 8 to 24. Mm-hmm. And they asked him in Sports Illustrated, "Why did you change your number, Kobe?" Because I feel I'm one greater. Now, I am not a Michael Jordan stan at all right? But there's one thing you're not fixing to do is come in the game copying somebody, like plagiarizing their work, and then talking about you one greater. We never seen Kobe's game. We only seen Michael Jordan's game. That's the only game ever seen Kobe do.
That's true.
Was Michael Jordan's game, his antics, his character on camera when he was being interviewed. He was literally Michael Jordan impersonator, like a Michael Jackson impersonator. That's what Kobe was great for doing, okay? But we never seen Kobe's actual game because.
Would you actually say he took it one? Would you say that he perfected Michael's game?
No, because we've even seen where people have taken literal shots and scenes from Jordan's game and put them right next to Kobe's game. They're literally the same. It's so freaky on how Kobe studied this man's every movement that he literally became Michael Jordan. But you can't sit up there and then talk about, well, I'm one better than Michael Jordan. How you better? We ain't seen nothing you've done better than Jordan. You've been Jordan. That's all you've been is Jordan. Yeah. Now,
with one less ring. With one less ring. No, man, you gotta be talking about this man. I feel bad. I don't feel bad.
But hold on though, because y'all talking about Kobe ain't more than Kobe got a 3-peat in his first less than 10 years
with Shaq.
Okay, then he went
and who was the MVP? Who was the MVPs? Shaq.
But still, he got a 3-peat. Then he said, "You know what? Everybody say I can't do it without Shaq. Watch this real quick." And then
he went and did it with another good big man.
Exactly.
When it took one of the worst Lakers teams ever.
Bullshit.
No.
They had a roster, bro.
They had a prime.
Name me 2 players besides Kobe and Paul.
That's it.
Name me 2 players besides Paul Gasol and Kobe that was on that team.
Derek Fisher.
Yeah.
Derek Fisher been trash his whole life.
What? What's his name? My boy.
Who else was on there?
I think Ariza was on that team one year.
Yeah, Ariza was, because that's how he got his first ring.
His favorite player, I think Luke Walton was on that team too, wasn't he?
But
hold on one second. Get off Kobe.
No.
How many rings Melo got?
Here's the thing. Kobe in his last
don't worry about my boy.
Couldn't even bust the playoffs. He couldn't bust the playoffs.
Yeah.
Okay. Last 6 seasons. So because I remember somebody saying
the man was injured. But let's talk about LeBron though. Let's talk about LeBron though. 20 years in the league, and then they got 4 rings with 3 different teams. That nigga trash.
But how many times he been to the finals though?
You know how hard
you gotta get there. You gotta get there to win it.
But you want to know something? I'm not blaming. I'm not saying that. I'm not going that Papi Lokiano. But people say that and they underplay it, like that shit ain't hard to make it to the fucking finals.
Yeah, you got to make it.
But
to the
at the
finals
same
first.
time, though, it's like you want to compare LeBron to Jordan. Okay, when Jordan first came in, he was your airness and all that shit.
He better than Jordan.
No, that's true.
Your airness and all that shit.
That's true.
Okay, cool. It took Jordan to 92 to finally get a team, and then they won.
Even get to the finals.
Got a three-peat.
Look, to even get to the
finals. You know what I'm saying? To get to the finals, and then they got a three-peat. Jordan retired for what, a season and a half,
he got
whatever.
Kicked out due to betting, but they said he retired.
And then he played baseball and came back, and then another three-peat. Then he retired again because punk ass GM said, "Oh, we're gonna dismantle the team." Fuck nigga.
Nah, he just didn't want to pay Jordan.
And he goofy as hell for that. Like, how you stop paying the one nigga, the few niggas that was bringing you more money? Everybody's literally watching you into your season.
I want to say at this time, Shaq had just signed a $100 million plus deal with the Lakers.
Like 150?
Yeah, right before Jordan retired. They did not want to. They didn't want to give. They did not want to budge on Jordan's.
Because you want to know what? Jordan at that point, the man got drafted in '86. Now, around this time, he'd been in the league 13 years.
84.
Was it 84 or 86?
84. Him and Hakeem came in the same time.
Yeah. Okay. So at this time, he'd been in the league 15 years. He had been in the league for a minute. He was just. I'm not talking bad on him. He just won a ring. He had a squad. He was old. He was still doing great stuff. But let's be real. Shaq was the face of the league, man. Shaq was still the most dominant player in the NBA around that time.
Yeah.
But he was that nigga. Oh, and then a lot of people want to say that everybody ate on Jordan's watch. Everybody ate on Jordan. How many motherfuckers have...
Did nobody eat on Jordan? Jordan stopped a lot of people from getting the ring.
A lot of people still ate. Larry or Magic in their teams.
I said the 90s. I said the 90s. I didn't say the 80s. I said the 90s.
He didn't stop the Rockets.
A lot of people still ate. But
with Kenny and Elijah Wan.
Out of 20 years, how many motherfuckers have ate on LeBron's watch?
A lot. It's been 20 years.
But now, how many within that 20 years? You talking about a man's career, first of all, that spans 20 years. Second, you talking about a man that has always had to be. He was in the finals. So whether people won or lost, they always had to face him in the finals. He's like Tom Brady of the NFL.
Everybody hate that,
dude. On one side in the NBA for years, for over a decade. You knew LeBron going to the finals. Who's gonna be the other squad? Because LeBron's there. That's how it was. Whether he won or not, you knew he was going to the finals. Yeah. Tom Brady in NFL. Who's gonna be the NFC team? Because we already know the Patriots gonna be there. And sure, they didn't always make it every single year. But if you look at the decade, who was the majority of the appearances there?
That is true. But everybody ate on LeBron watch. That's my point.
Nah, you said all eat on everybody's watch, bro. They ate on Jordan's watch. You know what I'm saying? Orlando sat Jordan down.
Steph got 4 rings.
Who said anything about Steph?
Great shooter.
I'm just saying though.
Anything about Steph?
I'm just saying though. Steph got 4 rings.
But what about that get back though?
Who got 4 rings on Mike's watch?
Man, shit.
Who got 4 rings on Kobe watch?
San Antonio?
Yeah.
Yeah.
San Antonio.
Timmy really the one who stopped Kobe from being great.
They had 2 two-peats.
Detroit,
2 repeats, my bad. 2 repeats.
Have like 2 piece, or they just went twice?
Just one. They beat them for 1. I know they beat them for 1.
Nah, everybody ate on Kobe watch, bro. That's what I'm saying. And he's Jordan. So, like, literally, if Jordan would have stayed in the league, which he did, because when he was with Washington, he didn't make it nowhere.
I mean, the man was like 40-something.
People ate on Jordan's watch. And he was,
Man was 40.
You know what? That's what I want to see. He's at the exact same age that LeBron is now.
and couldn't get his team in the playoffs.
Are you looking at a
that
man?
That nigga ain't had no team. That nigga old. What's old?
Bruh, that if that wasn't an excuse.
See, but you want to know, like
he had took like 5 years off, bro. Come on, man, and still putting up LeBron scores.
Nah, he wasn't.
No, he not. He wasn't.
Yeah, he wasn't.
He wasn't, bro.
Right now, right now, if you were to go on ESPN's and look at all the starting, all the rankings of small forwards, right? LeBron is number 1 in the entire league.
They don't like stats, Mike. They don't like stats, Mike. You can't.
No.
38 years old, he's averaging 27.
Small forward
27,
in the
7 and
entire
7.
league, bro. In a league built on forwards.
Yeah.
So, Mike, it ain't the fact that we don't like stats. It's the fact that we be saying something totally different. And he'll be like, but the numbers say this, and this. And then we get on numbers.
I put numbers with what I'm saying.
He'd be like, oh, why you talking about numbers? We ain't talking about numbers. Like, nigga, you the one who brought it up. So that's what we don't like. So it ain't that we don't like talking stats. It's just that when we say something about the stats, then
sometimes you could look great on the sheet, but you could look lost in the sauce. You know what I'm saying? You could be lost in the sauce, bruh. He not. You know what I'm saying?
Here's the thing.
He got
sometimes
25, 7 and 7 is what he
averaged. Don't lie, right? You know they say stats don't lie. Sometimes they do though.
Yeah.
Sometimes they do.
Yeah.
It just depends on how you looking at that stat.
Yeah.
Yeah. Motherfucker be hollering about, oh, LeBron is a pass first player. No, the fuck he not.
Oh, you know what? I ain't trying to cut you off, Papa Lucky. Check this out. Mike, I'm happy you're here. You a Houston fan, right? Through and through? You a Rockets fan?
Yeah.
All right, check this out. Me and D. Terrell had a discussion probably like a month ago. The discussion was about, and don't you say nothing, let me get it out, because you'll cut me off real fast, some bitch. Now look, check me out, Mike.
What is
Your
this,
a wrestling promo?
You threatening me, motherfucker?
We talked about James Harden, right? We talked about how he was a ball dominant player before he got traded to the Lakers. Do you know how that was gonna work out? It's working out great now, but we didn't know how it was gonna work. The Clippers, I'm sorry. The Clippers. He got traded to the Clippers. D. Terrell says, oh, man, that man's selfish as a mug, man. That man's selfish. He take all the shots. He do this and that. So I tell him, bruh, since he's played, he's led the league in assists almost every time. He's always led. Bruh, they be empty stats. How do you empty stat assist? Like, you setting people up to shoot.
Listen.
Like, how do you
listen?
He leads the league.
Listen.
He averaged over double-digit assists. I can't.
They
count,
don't break
down
if an assist is a lob or a layup, bruh. It's
just
an
still
assist.
An assist.
Who's missing a layup? Who's missing a layup, bruh?
A lot of people.
Dillon, What I'm saying, if I'm giving it to you in that pocket for you to score, he deserves something for that.
That's like basic basketball 101. Pick and roll. If you can't catch this pocket pass or this lob, hey, and you the big that's setting the screen, I ain't got nothing for you. You know what I'm saying? That's an easy 5 to 7 a night.
No, look, y'all gotta understand. All right, ever since Harden left the Rockets, his role has changed. All right. And it's basically been as a facilitator. We seen it in the playoffs when, it all broke down for KD and they were all like, his toe was on the line. You go back and look at them stats. Harden was facilitating KD scoring. He got a lot of assists off of KD. You go to the 76ers with Embiid. Everybody's like, oh, Harden was being a facilitator. He's bringing the ball up court. He's getting it to who he needs to get to score. He's getting them assists. I mean, Harden has been like relegated to not being a shooter because in reality, the teams he's been on have had shooters. They didn't really need him to be a shooter.
Yeah.
Even though we know Harden is a shooter, which is weird, but I don't know because he's not taking a lot of shots. If you look at what Harden's shooting percentage, And then you look at like, what he's making versus what he's taking. He's not taking a lot of shots like he used to take with the Rockets. He's literally in that facilitating role. He's a role player at this point.
Yeah. So let me ask you this,
even
Mike.
with the Rockets,
for D-Terrell, go ahead and let him know.
His field goal attempts were their highest in 2020. But he never really went over that. Like, he averages now somewhere below 14, 15. You know what I'm saying?
Assist a game?
Shot attempts. Right now, he's averaging assists 7.
That's a low. That's low.
7 assists per game.
That's the average. That's still pretty good.
I would say it's low for him. I'll say that. It's low for him. But when you sharing it with
it depends on the team, dog.
Hey. Bro, you can't, and I stand by that. So, Mike, you on my side, right?
Come on, bro.
I give you that one because like I'm telling you, like he has not been in the same role that he was with the Rockets.
Not the same role.
Not at all. Since he's left, he has not been in that role, and everybody keeps thinking he is, and it's like, oh, he's not. Like, you can clearly see he's bringing the ball up, he's scanning the court, he's dishing it off. Like, he ain't. He'll take the shot. If there's too many rotations, he'll take the shot.
Yep, and the Saints suck. Thank you so much, Mike. I appreciate it.
Shut up, bro.
You know who else sucks?
Shut up. I wear my team proudly.
You can wear it. They're not even in playoff contention, man.
What the Grizzlies doing, goddammit? I'm sad over here. What am I looking at? Shit. What am I looking at? I don't know what to do with myself.
Oh my goodness. Look, bro.
Hey, I'm just glad my man didn't have on an Oilers hoodie, because I might have had the
we could talk about it, bro. Hey, we can talk about it.
Oh, we ain't got to talk about it no more. We won that.
Oh no! Look, just check it out. Check it out. It don't matter how y'all bereave, how y'all cry, how y'all whine. The city of Houston did not want the franchise no more. We took the Oilers and put them in our bosom and gave them Nashville hot chicken and red Kool-Aid. And we
red Kool-Aid.
Y'all ain't even got oil in that state, man. Y'all, what y'all hanging on?
That's why we the Titans. Huh? That's why we
and
let
why are you
putting
things in your bosom as a man? That's what I want to know.
I said the city of Nashville.
Okay.
Put them in our bosom. We bring back the players that was in the Houston Oilers. We bring them back to Tennessee and tell them how much they're loved and how much we appreciate them. We could lose to y'all 99 times. And guess who can still wear that baby blue? Us. So you can sit there and you can bask in your glory.
Y'all just want to troll us. And every time it's going to get worse and worse for y'all. It's going to get worse and worse for y'all.
Next year when we play, hey, Houston fan, Texan, you tried to copy our name. You tried to be a Titan, end up being a Texan. You know what I'm saying?
I
don't nobody want to be a Texan.
But I'm saying that was the most uncreative name choice ever. And I'm not even making fun of y'all.
The only thing I could use to defend that name is the fact that before it was the Houston Texans, it was the Dallas Texans. Before then, it was the Kansas City Texans, which didn't make no fucking sense. But
that sounded horrible.
No.
Yeah. That's the only defense I could say for the reason why they picked that dumb name. But I stand behind the dumb name and all.
Let me ask you, I don't really talk to Texans fans like that because we always butt heads. But let me ask you this, all right? CJ Stroud, bro.
Magic.
From what you've seen from him being a shorter quarterback. And he doesn't really scramble like that from what I've seen. Like, he's more of a straight pocket passer. Do you think that the organization will do right by him and actually get him some decent big boys up front, bro? Because he's going to end up getting knocked the fuck out the league. He can get hit like that.
Nah, you know what? As a matter of fact, I was, right before I got on the show, I was looking at, most sacks allowed in the league. And
it's probably us.
Can't remember. No, actually, I don't think it was the Titans. I think y'all were like in the middle of the road, kind of like the Texans. But I looked at the very first three that had the lowest QB sacks allowed this year. It was Detroit, Saints, and the Packers. There's only one of those teams that's actually winning. The other two are like in the hunt, but they're not exactly, we ain't calling them.
We know what one of those teams are. We know what one of the teams are.
Yeah, Detroit. Yeah, I mean, that's it. Detroit.
No, I'm talking about in the hunt.
Look, bro.
Fucking Saints.
Look, bro.
The Saints.
We getting destroyed right now. I don't want to hear that.
You talking about the Saints?
Hear that, son?
Yeah, the Saints in the hunt. The Saints in the hunt. And honestly, if
we
the
down
Packers
7-20 right now.
It could be in the hunt. But with the Texans, I definitely feel like they're gonna monster up that offensive line. Actually, they've been doing decent this year. So, if they decide to maybe move a few pieces or just add some backups, I think at this point, because the Texans wanted to do right by Deshaun Watson.
Yeah.
But that shit happened, and then they fucked him. And then all of a sudden, the invisible massages came out and, trying to destroy his name and shit. But that didn't happen. Thank God. I still root for Watson. I do. I root for the Browns and Watson. I hope he has a great career. He was being stupid with how he handled his personal shit, but he didn't do nothing illegal.
I'm gonna tell you what he did. He giving them women a mean wing and not calling them again.
They released a lot of the text messages from his accusers, and I'm sorry, but as an accuser, I've known many women who've been sexually assaulted. They don't go back to their accusers. They don't send text messages, friendly text messages at that, trying to schedule another appointment. They don't do that. So when you start seeing that and looking at all these accusers and then all of a sudden how they came out of the woodwork, it was like, all right, look, we get it. The Texans, they were getting shown as being assholes because of what Watson was putting out there. So now all of a sudden you got to put this shit out on Watson. It was literally a give back call that they pulled on. You know what I'm saying? Like, oh, well, he did something, so now we're gonna pull out some dirt on him to make him look like the asshole. We don't want him to look truthful. And remember, in that same time period, before we hired D'Amico Ryans, the whole Brian Flores black coach gate comes out. Nobody talks about that shit.
Oh, yeah, it was hot for like 3-4 days. Then people just stopped talking about it.
Yep.
People don't talk about it. Literally, you had Brian Flores. I forgot the other name, black coach's name, but he came out and confirmed what Brian Flores was talking about as far as being paid to lose games and how black coaches in the NFL are paid to lose. It wasn't even a conspiracy theory anymore, right? It was fact, and nobody talks about this shit. See, when people talk about the league being rigged and scripted, what they need to imagine is, yes, there are things that are rigged, just like there's things that are rigged at your job, right? But it's not rigged from the aspect of every player is getting a script like an actor, and they're like, okay,
I want you to go out there. I want you to run real fast by him. The ball gonna be short, and I want you to come back, and I want you to get knocked out. That's what I want you to do. I want you to get knocked out.
It's not like that. There's more script in boxing than there is in football. But yes, but if we get on how professional sports is rigged, for sure. Look at the fact that every sport has a betting line on it since forever. And guess who's been the home of it? Las Vegas. Yep. Why did they finally get a team and they haven't had a team for years? Because of the gambling that goes on in Las Vegas and its connections, right? These people know. That's why that's why the cheating this year, the officiating in NFL has been so obvious for people.
It's been horrible.
Because now people are starting to pay attention to the betting line. And now you're starting to see at how close these spreads are coming to the official betting line. And you're like, every week, how is this possible? How are these teams pulling this shit off? Because you got the fucking refs that are making sure of it.
Hey, Mike, I swear you go on there like I be in FanDuel. You go in FanDuel, Desmond Bain has scored 5 straight games, 20 points. Okay, I'll put him down for 20 points. Put Jaron down for 15. Oh, in this game, y'all nigga can't score at all, huh? Yeah, he in the game 6 points. I'm like, yeah, bro. They don't want you to win no money.
Why are you treating this like it's an interview?
What you mean? Y'all niggas stop talking. Shit, we talking about.
I was looking at stats.
Yeah,
I'm looking
you
at
just
stats.
stop talking.
You talking to this man like we interviewing him.
Well, I know y'all niggas, bro. You ain't talking. Say something.
Nigga, we've been trying to say something this whole time, but no. Blackhaven Mud want to steal this. Hell no! Sit your leg down,
You just mad because you don't know nothing about sports. Arizona fans don't know what to say. They just hear.
I ain't got shit to say.
They just around.
I ain't got shit to say. My birds is not flapping.
Your birds ain't flapping.
You a Cardinal fan?
Well, I almost act a fool on her. But yeah, bro.
Well, I just asked if you're a Cardinal fan. I don't laugh at him.
Because a lot of people, they be like, "Oh, you a Cardinals fan?" I got this one female. I know this one female. She be like, "Oh, you ain't no Cardinals fan." Who? Maybe don't make me act a fool in this truck. She be like, "Oh, you ain't no Then I start pulling out shit. She be like, "Oh, you a real Cardinals fan?" Yes. Since 08.
I feel sorry for you, baby.
Hey, look.
Let me rub your leg.
A lot of people make fun of me for all my teams that I follow. Cause yeah, I'm Houston first and foremost, but then I've always been a Patriots fan. I'm rooting for the Eagles this year because Jalen Hurts has replaced Tom Brady for me. But we got CJ Stroud, so I don't know. But I've always followed the Arizona Cardinals, man, because I've always had respect for them. They've always had great defenses. And you know what? A lot of people don't know. They used to rock blue jerseys, and them hoes was fire.
That's what I want.
And then I get to rocking down our history, and motherfuckers be like, "No, you don't know that." The Arizona Cardinals actually started in Chicago. Well, motherfuckers don't know.
Yeah, they sure did. My parents.
Because I just thought it stopped at St. Louis.
Yep.
But no, we actually started in Chicago.
Chicago.
Don't tell me they don't know nothing about no sports ball, man.
You probably should have stayed in Chicago. Probably would have been winning.
And y'all should have stayed in fucking Houston.
Y'all ain't had success since y'all was in the Super Bowl with the Steelers.
And y'all ain't had success ever.
Whatever, nigga. We just made it to the playoffs. What, 2 seasons ago?
Nah, they lost the Super Bowl.
Got y'all beat
on a bullshit call.
Why you gotta bring that up? I thought we were cool, Mike. Why you bringing it up?
You know what? Because honestly, at that point in time, because we didn't have our team, and it was like I think the second year y'all were away from the city.
It was the second,
second year Houston was still rooting for the Titans. We was all Titans fans. I was a big Curse fan. You know what I mean?
So let me ask you this: real talk, and I hate to jump. This is a serious question to a Houstonian from a Tennessee guy, because I'm gonna put it big like that. Check this out. Why is the city mad with Nashville and the Titans when the organization decided that the city wasn't rocking with the team? Like they was losing money and stuff. So why y'all mad at us?
You're right. It's this place because a lot of Houstonians don't remember it. The shit happened when I was a kid, and people that are my age damn sure weren't reading the paper like I was. Believe me, I've had this argument so much. It was not Bud Adams' fault. When Bud Adams initially went to Bob Lanier, who was the mayor of the city, initially he said, "Hey, look, I want to renovate the Astrodome with my own money." Bob Lanier and company told him, "Can't do that." So then he said, "Okay, well then how about we put a referendum on the next vote for the taxpayers to raise the money to renovate the Astrodome. The Astrodome needs to be renovated." Again, Bob Lanier and company said, "No, we don't have the money. This city can't build a new dome." Okay. So then Bud Adams came with a third option. He said, "Well, I tell you what, let me build my own stadium right next to the Astrodome." "Nope, we're not doing that. So sad." Bob Lanier told him, "Peace out." So Bud Adams at that point had the right to move that team out of the city. I was not mad. Because
Bob,
I understood what was going on. The rest of the people that are my age group and shit did not understand it, and still to this day don't understand it. You got a lot of 39 and 40 plus year olds that do not understand this shit because they weren't paying attention to politics when they were in elementary. Okay. I was into that shit already. All right. So when Bob Lanier did that shit and the Houston Oilers left, it wasn't but a few years later that guess what? We approved Minute Maid Park. And guess what that roof did? Fucking open.
You're talking about a nice ass stadium.
Open. Okay. This is the reason why the Republicans in this city, especially Bob Lanier, even though he was, I guess, considered a Democrat, he was more Republican based. They've destroyed the city back then because they were so focused on oil and airplanes. Truth be told, airplanes. We were a huge hub for a lot of airlines. This is the reason why you can't take a train out of this city going north. Yeah. You can't. If you wanted to go to Chicago from Houston, from Houston to Chicago, you're going to have to go to the train station, catch a bus, okay, go to Longview, Texas, and then catch the train from Longview to Dallas and then wherever else it stops. I think Missouri or St. Louis, and then on to Chicago. But you can't go north. You can't go north out of Houston on a train. You can go east and west. That's it.
Wow. Texas shows know how to get their money on it. You go get that shit one way or another.
Ouch you.
So basically what you telling me is Bob Lanier ain't shit.
Oh, at all. At all. Sold the team away, and then basically for some unorthodox reason, everybody thinks it was Bud Adams' fault, and it wasn't. Bud Adams gave the politicians in this city 3 opportunities to keep the Oilers here in Houston.
And Bud Adams looked like the typical Texas man. He looked like Texas.
He was. I don't fault them for that. I don't ever fault them for that. My only bone to pick with y'all is that y'all still trolling the fuck out of us by keeping that damn uniform. Okay, y'all know y'all ain't got no oil in Tennessee.
We ain't got no oil. We ain't got no oil, but
we need the uniform. We need the y'all look. Y'all can even keep the colors because y'all use a baby blue and a navy blue. All right.
Yeah.
We just want the baby blue white, red back with the oil derrick on it. That's all we want. That's all we want. Give us our uniforms back. Don't you want to see Houston playing in them old school unis?
No.
Hater.
I'll be a hater. Hey, what's going on in the game, man?
Oh man, he got kicked out of the live again. Or was that you the first time?
That was me first time.
Fourth quarter, 3 minutes 55 seconds left. The Grizzlies are up 106-93.
Bruh, I think
talking about the Saints Rams.
Saints Rams is 7-27.
God damn.
7-27. Third quarter.
Derek Vehicle, man.
Yeah, dog.
They out the hunt.
Yo.
Bro, that's Derek Vehicle. That ain't Derek Carr. That's Derek Vehicle right there. They should have put Jameis in when they had a chance.
They're not gonna do it.
They should have did.
It's not gonna happen.
They doing Jameis wrong. All right.
Yeah,
I do feel like what happened to people. Like, I'm not comparing him to Brett Favre, but they play the same type of fucking him. Josh Allen, Jameis Winston play the exact same fucking way. We finna throw this shit and hope he get in there because I trust my arm.
Yeah, they're gamblers.
Yeah, people still forget. He had 30 touchdowns, but he had 30 interceptions. You put him behind a great tactician and Drew Brees, try to clean up some of that. Get that man a full season to prove himself. I'm a big Jameis fan. He loved football. You could tell he loved football.
Crab leg.
It ain't like Marcus.
Apparently.
Like, I fuck with Marcus Mariota. That's my guy to an extent. But you could tell when his heart wasn't in it no more. You could tell as a fan that he just doing this for the check. He got a family. He got a family.
Rattled quick. Mariota, he gets rattled real quick.
So, but you got a nigga like Jameis who eating his fingers and rapping Ludacris on the sideline. Hey, man, put that man in the game. Put Jameis in there. I'd rather lose with Jameis than have Derek vehicle and his fucked up arm.
I feel that,
bro. I mean, when it comes to Derek Carr, dude, it's a weird situation because I told you, like, when the season first started, I was like, nah, I'm skeptical. Everybody excited, I'm skeptical. But when you get to the point in the season where you at home and you being booed by the home fans, something ain't right. You know what I'm saying? Something is not right. Did you say something, bro? Or you just moving your mouth?
Who? Me?
Nah, this nigga.
Yeah, I guess he still connected.
Me?
Yeah, I thought you said something.
Nigga.
Oh, well.
I'm eating a big ass sandwich and shit.
Damn, big sandwich eating ass. Yeah, bro. I mean, it just, I don't know.
I'm hungry. I ain't eating enough.
We won the games that we was supposed to win, and against some of the other trash teams, we looked even worse. It's just, bro, Derek Carr, dog.
I think it's because, like, Derek Carr, he's never had, like, coming from the Raiders, who did he really have over there? Like, he had Josh Jacobs. He had, who was his number one receiver?
From what I understand, Dennis Allen was his coach. Was it his rookie year?
Yeah. Well,
and they were garbage then too.
They didn't have a bad season when he was over with the Raiders. I don't remember.
No, he was like right in the middle. He was like a game manager, but he was like an average game manager. Like, I'm good enough to play in the NFL, but hey. So the only thing about Derek Carr that make me mad is he getting his head. He getting his head too much. Oh,
that man can't. He can't. He takes no accountability, bro. No accountability. If he fucked the game, he ain't fucked the game. It was everybody else that fucked the game.
I just threw it there. He should have caught it.
Yeah.
He should have caught it through his body.
Yeah.
He should have made.
Aside from the fact you threw that shit 4 feet short.
I'll tell y'all somebody who need to get traded.
Who?
Kyler Murray.
Damn.
With your short punk ass.
Damn. You ready to sell your QB like this?
Fuck that nigga.
Bro, he didn't do nothing. He came back and was running around like a little toddler.
That nigga came back and won 2 games. Ooh. Whoop.
Bro, he came back off a major injury. Look. Yeah, exactly. Fans like you do not take accountability that these people work their ass off to get back from these big ass injuries and expect them to jump back in and be like they was. They have to. The only way to get ready for football is to play football. So he just revving up for next year, bro.
You let me know when you're done.
No, so check this out. Harold Landry.
You let me know when you're done.
No, hear me up. Harold Landry got a contract last year, right? Got a contract at the beginning of last year. Fucked up his ACL. He missed that whole season rehabbing to come back. He started back playing football at the beginning of this season. He did not look like himself. Did not.
Okay.
Oh, he overpaid. He ain't living up to the money. Not taking into account that he just tore his fucking ACL. Everybody ain't Adrian Peterson. You know what I'm saying?
Let me know when you're done.
You coming back, you got to get back in the groove. You got to trust your legs again. Trust your knees again. You know what I'm saying? Get back actually playing the game. Bro, you got to cut him some slack, bro. How would you feel?
Let me know when you're done.
No, hold up. You break your elbow and they tell you as soon as you come out the cast, hey, man, get your ass back out there and drive them 11 hours, nigga. Drive them 11 hours.
Let me know when you're done.
I'm done. Go ahead. What you got?
So it ain't about this fucking season. It's about all the fucking season that this punk ass nigga been in the fucking league. That's what I'm mad at.
Bro, he was just running for MVP. Like what, 2 years ago? 2-3 years ago, he was the MVP.
Let me know when you're done.
I'm done. I was just telling you.
Okay.
Like, cut yourself some
slack.
So
it ain't just about this fucking season. It's about I understand the nigga been hurt. He got hurt last year. I get that. Okay, cool. But it ain't just about this fucking season. It's about all the season this punk ass nigga been our QB1. That's what I'm mad at. You, the savior of Arizona Cardinals, you had 2 of the greatest, arguably the greatest receivers on your team on both sides.
He was old.
D-Hop on one side.
He was old.
D-Hop on one side and Larry Legend on the other side. And you don't want to fucking throw to him. I ain't done. Okay. Then you got motherfucking great ass tight ends right there.
Yeah, Ertz.
Fucking running back behind you, but you want to fucking run. You fucking 5'2", trying to see over 7 foot tall niggas throwing the ball. Okay. You not the savior of shit, bro. But then you go at the off season, I need more money. You not performing for that type of money, bro. This is before the injury. Fuck the injury. You know what I'm saying? Damn, my QB1 got hurt. Okay, cool. Now we have to make a stance. Well, we have to make an adjustment to get our QB1 fixed so he can come back healthy and he can do what he do. Okay, you get your legs back under you. All right, cool. Bet. No problem. But dog, all the other fucking seasons, what's the problem?
I don't see a problem, bro. When do you have a down
that
season?
Nigga was trash.
Hold on. I just looked up y'all's records. Now his first year, y'all went 5-10. All right, that was his first year under the helm as a starter. The next year, y'all went 8-8.
Progress.
The following year, y'all went 11-6 and lost the what conference? I think y'all lost the conference championship.
Yeah.
Y'all
if that's the year that we lost our first game to Green Bay, yeah, that I don't even put that loss on him. I put that loss on AJ Green.
So and then really okay, last year y'all went 4-13, but
he was hurt.
And y'all had some issues, man. Y'all had some issues. I don't know. I just don't. I wouldn't say throw away Murray just like that. You got what? 5 seasons with him? 1, 2, 3, 4, 6. This is the 6th season with him.
Which is
I don't know.
Halfway over, pretty much over.
Cause, bro, I you know what? Kind of like this. My brothers here, they don't like. I don't know what's up with y'all and y'all quarterbacks, bro. Y'all just be like, fuck y'all quarterbacks.
Bro,
them niggas is trash.
Drew Brees is probably the best quarterback the Saints ever had.
First and foremost, firsthand, how bad
at the end of his career,
Carr be looking. And Drew Brees, my problems with Drew Brees was more so the man. I'm gonna be real. I ain't mess with Drew, bro, as a person.
No?
You know what I'm saying?
Oh, as a person?
Yeah.
Oh, was it the shit that he said during the whole Kaepernick shit?
Yep.
Yep.
I don't mess with Drew as a person. So I don't care what he did on the field. It was all wrong. Threw a touchdown? No, he didn't. No, he didn't. Somebody caught a ball that some strange man threw. Good dog.
It just came from nowhere.
Came out of nowhere.
I love it, Derek. I love it.
Came out of nowhere.
Everybody said, wow, who threw that ball?
Dude.
You're magnificent.
Came out of nowhere.
Did you throw it and catch it too?
Right.
One of those fans threw that.
Right.
Appreciate you, fan.
Fell from the sky. Hey, man.
Say, man.
Yeah, man.
Hey, the Grizzlies just got out with a dub, dog.
They just got a dub.
Oh, they did?
They just got
2 dubs in a row.
They just got a dub.
Back to back.
Yeah.
Kyle 12.
Ended the game 116-103.
What did you say? Call 12.
Call 12.
That's what they've been saying for the past couple days. Call 12.
They are now 8-19.
Fire off some fireworks.
You said they 8-19?
8-19.
6 games back, baby.
8-19, dog.
Hey, look, y'all, you gonna see exactly what Ja Morant does for y'all's team, bro. Like, how much of a spark and a change he could be on the court.
Oh, absolutely.
I'm ready to see him on the court with Marcus and
against New Orleans, and they
Marcus and Luke there.
Yeah, Marcus on the floor will make another difference.
I'd have them niggas get hurt already.
I'm gonna be honest, bro. Some of these NBA injuries are weird because it's like You sprained an ankle 2 months ago. It's a sprained ankle, bro. It's not broken. You didn't pull nothing. You know what I'm saying? It's a sprained ankle. That's weird. That's weird.
Yeah, it is weird.
And then you get
you'll be all right.
Luke Kennard with a bruise on his thigh. All right.
Weird.
Who the fuck is Luke Kennard?
So, hey, to that
defense, percentage. To that defense, them soft tissue injuries be something else. Them soft tissue injuries is more about pain tolerance than anything. He probably felt like he can't play through that. He can't play through that.
Can I say it again?
Look, it's a bruise.
Remember when Steph Curry ended the year on his broken hand?
Yeah.
Yeah, we seen the cast that they put him in. They had put him in a soft cast. Okay.
One of the Walmart joints.
Bruh, you don't break bones and they put you in a soft cast.
No.
You know what I'm saying? They put you in a hard cast so that your bones can't move, so that they sit in place. So when we seen him in a little half cast, like waving and shit, I was like, nah. He's sitting out this year because they already knew from the get-go they were not going to repeat, because that was the year after they won.
And everybody got hurt.
They were not going to repeat. They were going to suck. And that's exactly what happened. But he didn't want to take the heat for that shit. So he sat his ass out the entire year. Nah, these injuries be funny. Derek is on to something.
He right. I just tried to make it
injuries that are very, very funny, like a deep, like, okay, for instance, like the sprained ankle. It would be different if you said he sprained a ligament or he partially torn a ligament. Okay, now we know some healing actually has to happen, but a sprain?
Yeah.
Then you see players like Wemby. Wemby turned his whole motherfucking foot over and hopped over like one shit, like a shit happened. And he's 7'11". You know what I'm saying? That man got up, finished playing, and then the next day they was like, oh, he has a little ankle soreness, but he'll play tonight. Damn. And then people's excuse is,
it is what it is. It's a sore ankle.
Can I say it?
Couple days, that soreness is gone. Couple days.
Can I say it? I say it? Because these niggas is soft. Y'all NBA players, I want y'all to listen, look at me in my eyes. Y'all niggas is soft.
Well, you so close, man. Why you so close, man?
Soft.
LeBron don't miss games like that.
Capital T.
LeBron don't miss games like that. I guess he ain't soft.
That nigga's soft too.
Nah, he ain't hard body. That man hard body.
You don't see him missing games, though.
My growing.
You don't see him missing games,
bro. LeBron is a hard body.
You might see him on the questionable list for something, but he's still playing off the questionable list.
Mm-hmm.
Look. It's two players we know for a fact could play in the 80s and 90s. That's LeBron James and Draymond Green. Those two in the 80s and 90s. That argument, that question, that has been answered now at this point. All right.
Yeah. Full circle with the Draymond.
I don't think LeBron would do well with getting beat up like they did.
He's
in the 80s, 90s. Okay. What that mean?
Bro, he's 6'8", 260, nigga. That's what that means.
Because there's 7 fuck out by niggas that's fucking 5'11". What that mean? Niggas, 90s, okay. I can see Draymond in the 80s.
If you let the reins go from LeBron, if they were to change up the rules to this day and allow hand checking and 80s and 90s style defense in the NBA, man, let me tell you something. You would not be talking shit on LeBron. I promise you that. That man would all of a sudden become a different beast. I promise you that.
But you know what I'm saying? Just like I said with Kobe, the only reason why I don't like LeBron is because Melo was on the other side. That's the only reason why.
He stopped him from going farther. It's because it was LeBron.
Ish. And then he acted like he didn't want to play when Melo came to the Lakers.
Melo never just really had help.
Melo ain't never had.
No, Melo's best chance to win a championship was when it was him and AI and Kenyon over at Denver. Yeah. That they was good.
He had two that year, and when he had JR and Sean.
Yeah,
that was New York. Was that New York?
Yeah, I was more talking New York.
Yeah,
I was more talking New York because I know Denver when they got that AI before he came to Memphis. That was like I fuck with the AI.
Memphis AI don't count.
AI.
Stop it.
But they had Kobe in the West, and Kobe not letting you. Kobe checking both of them niggas same game, and then just say they would have got past Kobe. Then you got LeBron on the other side. So you finna get your ass fucked up over here at home, and then you finna get beat up even more as soon as you get to the other side. So then, like I said, I know LeBron great. You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna question the man greatness. I don't fuck with him. I don't fuck with him because of Melo. Just let the record.
Let the record
know. Let the record know that Melo is better than LeBron.
No, sir.
Wow, I think you gonna stay on that island by yourself, buddy.
Yeah.
Melo. Better.
Hey, you want us to get you a volleyball? Call it Wilson.
On that note,
you can have a friend.
On that note, hey man, it's been a good Cut the Malarkey Sports first show.
Debut.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Because I can't just let you. I can't. Come on, bro. Melo was better than LeBron.
LeBron didn't want to guard on Melo.
Come on,
but
man.
He did though.
Look, dude. Anyway, hey, everybody that's watching on YouTube right now, we appreciate y'all for tuning in. Go back and rewatch it again a couple times. We're sorry for the technical difficulties, but hey, first show, you know what I'm saying? Hey, we'll get it right, but
yeah, man, you can't speak, can't you?
Shut up. Share it, like, subscribe right here, YouTube, Cut the Malarkey TV. You know what I'm saying? We got everything you need. If you like the show, you got some stuff you want us to talk about, sports takes, whatever. Put it down in the comments. We'll check them. We'll go through them. Y'all have a great night. It's been Cut the Malarkey Sports.
Wait, I got an idea real quick.
What's up?
I just got it. So next week, y'all heard about Mendenhall in this tweet that he did, right?
I was just about to ask you that, but he cut it off.
Oh, we'll go.
Next week, we can have light skins versus the darkies. What you talking about, Derek? Me and you on the squad versus them two.
Hold on, bro. Hold on, man. What? The light skin versus the darkies?
No. You know what I'm about to say? Hold up. You motherfucking light skin, bald head, something. Don't you ever in your life.
What the fuck you laughing at?
Hey.
Top heavy, man.
Hey, man.
Look,
hey, y'all come back right here next week, man.
Darky, bro.
Right
I
here
don't know
next
how to
week.
feel about that.
Right here next week. You don't want to miss
this?
it. You don't want to miss it. Like, share it, subscribe, bring your people now. Bring your people.
We gonna have a
go live on TikTok.
Bring your people now. Y'all have a good night.
Good night.